Barry lost at the worst school trip ever. How it started. My annoying little brother Desmond, Lothar II, always gets everything his own way, being on first page of example. Like the other morning when me, him, my mum and dad were all sitting round the kitchen table before school, bit tired, really tired, pretty tired, wide awake. I was happily flipping through my Future Rat Boy fan club magazine, imaging I was a superhero like him, when Des opened his mouth. Me want Barzies. Brekkie, he wailed, reaching for my bowl of cereal. But we're eating the same thing, Des, I said in my older brother voice. I've got a bowl of crazy caterpillars, and so have you. I de-kill. Crazy caterpillars are the coolest cereal in the whole wide world. And then the first popped up in an episode of Future Rat Boy, my favorite TV show. Then one day, Fico's supermarket started selling them in real life, which made me wee my pants with excitement when I found out. Just swap bowls with him, Barry, said my dad, pressing the button on his brand new coffee machine, which started to work really tight. Coffee machine's view. But you never used to give it to me. Like that when I was little, I said, switching my bowl with Desmond in super slow motion. Arm stretched really far. I had more energy when there was only one of you, chuckled my dad, taking a sip of his disgusting drink. I leaned over and switching the radio on. Good morning, Mojan, screeched a voice out of the speaker. A song by my dad's favorite band, Frankie Teacup and the Saucers, started to play, and my dad got up and wriggled his bum to the music. Just ignore him. Me now want milkshake, shouted Desmond. Say please, Desmond, I said, because that's what my mum and dad had taught me to say. Just turn the music off, would you? Barry sighed my mum. I was up with Des all blooming night and I can't take any more of his whining. She started washing up. What I did, killing off the radio, but he didn't even say blooming, please. Don't say blooming, Mari, said my mum. But you did, I said. I'm a grown-up, said my mum. So I am a cried. It's not fair, I whimpered Desmond. Always get everything his way. My dad chuckled. Aren't you off to Hong Kong City with school this morning? Barry, he said. Oh, that's right. Your big brother's going on a very exciting trip today, said my mum. His teacher, Miss Bivak, got a new boyfriend who works at a big flashy TV studio in Hong Kong City. And he's organized for Barry's class to see an exhibition about the history of television. looked, I guess a string of tulle dangling out of his mouth with a half-trumped crazy caterpillar hanging off the end of it. Huh? Heard an exhibit about the history of telly? I groaned. Sounds completely boring. Completely boring to me. Nursery old TV. Don't be a grump, Barry, said my dad. It'll be smashing! Smasher! I carried on flipping through my magazine, imaging myself as a giant Barbie robot stomping through the streets of Hong Kong City, smashing up cars and buildings, real me inside. That's when it happened. There in the background of a photo on page 21 of my Future Rat Boy fan club magazine was the answer to my creamy poos. Gasp! Hey, page 21. Oops, late for work, said my dad, slurping the rest of his coffee. He kissed us all on the ends of our noses and headed off to his boring job. Mummy, this. I stood up to stuff my magazine into my rucksack. Mum, this, I think I might have just had the most brilliant and unkill idea ever, I said, doing an excitement blow off and zooming out the front door. Inside door, outside, special fart. After that, this is gonna be the coolest day ever, I said. 99 seconds later, I was walking to school with my best friend, Bunky and Nancy Zuckerberg. I was in a much better mood now, partly because I got away from death, but also because I was back where I belonged, being the leader of the Keel Gang. Me, leader, Punky, sidekick. Nancy, also sidekick. But I thought we said that the history of telehabitation sounds completely boring, said Punky, looking like all upset, battered. I'd changed my mind since our phone call last night. I think it'll be the interesting, said Nancy, pushing her glasses up her nose. Plus, I can't wait to see all the skyscrapers in Hong Kong City. Sky being scraped. Skyscrapers. I smiled at Nancy, letting her have her turn to talk. That's what it's like being the leader of a gang. You've got to make sure everyone's happy. He was a great person. I twizzled round but carried on walking backwards, so I was facing my two large best friends. Do you two wanna hear something really into keels? I said, and they both nodded. Bin Buzzy. He turned the corner and I tripped, dancing backwards and landing first inside a rubbish bin, which sounds large, but I actually pretty clear. trip. Who do you think you are, future rat boy? Sniggered Monkey, and I gave him a mini salute because in the Future Rat Boy TV show, Rat Boy gets zapped to the future inside his family's bin. Future Rat Boy, his sidekick's not bird. Furry babes, that not in is not a good look for you, snorted a Famkely's annoying voice, and I looked over to see Sharonella from my class at school. I plopped my bum out of the bin like a cork and gave it a little pat, just to let it know everything was okay. That reminds me, Shazza, I said, which is what I say when I want to change the subject. I was just about to tell Bunky and Nancy something completely uncanny. But then, hello, who have we got? Then said another annoying familiar voice. This time I didn't have to look to my nose. It was Monkiel Staza, said Sharonella, as Darren O'Fiski, the crocodile-faced little Frankel monster from our class, wobbled up carrying a can of Frankel. We were just talking about the big day trip. Das Minister. Darren did a Frankel burp and blew it in my face. Hong Kong City, here we come. He snuck forward. Wish we were going to Frankel World instead of this rubbish history of Kelly. Audition though, really excited. Can everyone please stop talking and listen to me? I said, stomping my foot on the pavement, and they all looked at me, which was a start at least. Oh my days, you make me laugh. Barrilosa cackled Shazza. Who do you think you are, the king of modern or something? No, I said, even though I do sort of think if there was ever going to be a king of modern, I probably should be me. Hard to get hood over. Go on then, Barry, let's hear your idea, said Nancy, and I was just about to open my mouth to tell me. Then it was when Bunky opened first. Hey, look, he cried, pointing up the road, and I spotted a big fat bus sitting outside our school, waiting to take us to Hong Kong City. Millions more seconds later, can I please tell you my uncle news now? I said once we'd all run up the street and got on the scratched up old bus. If you have to, said Shazza as the bus exhaust pipe did a blow off and we finally started our journey to Hong Kong City. All five of us, me, Bunky, Nancy, Darren and Sharonella, were sitting on the back seat, which everyone knows is where the girl people sit. Well, I said, and they all leaned in it. Just so happens I know a little fact about the TV studio we're going to. What is it, Barry? But Darren, not that I care. I started out of the window, letting my large friends wait for their leader to speak. Even in the bright morning sun, the shops on modern High Street looked hilarious. Large and grey skyscrapers were about to see in Hong Kong City. Miss Vivek counting my head. Are any of you lot members of the Future Rat Boy fan club? I asked. Darren and Sharon shook their heads. I'm chairman of the Frankel Addition Secretary through friend Darren. How many members has it got? Asked Nancy. Just the one, said Darren, pulling a shiny new can out of his bag and cracking it open. Psst. Monkey, I said, raising my eyebrows. Oh, I forgot to renew my membership, said Bunky, looking all guilty. Miss Vivek counting again. Shame on you, Nigel Zuckerberg, I said, which is Bunky's real name. He completely hates it all. I only use it when he's been an extremely naughty doggy. Give me a scoffed reverse upside down salute on the double. You two are weird, but Darren, watching Bunky do his salute. Nancy, I said, how about you? I liked Future Rat Boy, she said, but not that much. Fair enough, girls, I said, pulling the Future Rat Boy fan club magazine out of my rucksack. Now, are you ready to hear something that'll blow your tiny little minds? Michael Joe Socks. I shouldn't really be telling you this, seeing as you're not members of the fan club. I said, just get on with it, Bazaar, snored Sharonella, and I slipped my magazine to page 21, which had a photo of Michael Joe Socks. Michael Joe Socks is the amazing actor who played Future Rat Boy on TV. He's a bit older than me and is completely rich and famous. I held my magazine open to the photo of him relaxing on the set of Future Rat Boy. He was wearing sunglasses and holding a can of passion fruit flavor Frankel. Me not Vivek. Water.